Alright, let's go over some things that you probably didn't know about. I'm pretty sure I went over the summon things, so we're not really gonna talk about that one. But obviously, if you guys didn't know already, we do also have a guild. So if you want to join, that's there. But aside from that, let's go over a few things, right? So we go to shop. There's obviously the daily pack and stuff. And then big things are the supplies. So if you go to the friendship point right here, you actually get some free restock stuff on like the first chance and I think second chance as well. These are really useful as well. Getting these points are really nice. Obviously, getting some extra necessities are always nice for free, so that's there. You can also get your soul cryo lights from the excess summons and whatnot, and also some of the good stuff too. But a lot more of the other things I wanted to talk to you guys about is pretty much mainly the gameplay stuff, I'd say. So first things first is probably about equipment. So if you go to equipment, in this game, a lot of stats do come from equipment to an extent. So definitely, if you see right here, we get like 500 HP and magic defense 74, right? It's pretty decent, I'd say. So let me actually just switch to this one, where we can get this much stats instead, right? So choosing your equipment is, to an extent, pretty okay. I mean, it's pretty helpful. Enhancement and attributes are pretty much normal, but when you forge it, this is highly advised when you're trying to clear content and stuff. It's very useful. You pretty much almost get around double your stats, and it's kind of insane. But that's not what makes this equipment insane. Once you go to Ascension, and you try and like ascend this to get a higher amount of levels on it, or even more stats, you can just stop here if you want. It costs like 5,000-ish mana, but look at that, 53% enhanced stats. That is insane. So pretty much you get your fair share of stats from these equipments, so this can definitely help you clear the game a lot easier. Now, other than that, we also have the Witch. The Witch is probably one of my favorite characters in this game. Obviously, she is the MC of this story, and if you didn't know, obviously, you do get her Ascension Mask pretty much for free, which is a huge plus for her character. But not only that, she can be used in pretty much every single team, every single element, and the biggest thing is that she's, you know, the Witch class. She's everything pretty much, right? But other than that, besides the fact that she has some really cool shades, she has a second ability called Bloom. Now Bloom is very strong. She boosts her own attack, or not her own, but everyone's damage dealt by all of her allies, and also gives all her allies healing by 51% of the Witch's attack for 5 seconds. Now she is ridiculously strong with this skill, simply because she's pretty much a off healer, but at the same time that damage boost is very strong. So Bloom is actually a really nice auto tool if you don't want to use the Chrono Space Gate, so that's there whenever you want it. You can also try and use this one if you want to reduce their debuffs and stuff, but Bloom is probably the best one in my opinion. Yeah, you also have Zilworld, but we don't want to talk about that yet. Anyways, that's pretty much the Witch, and she's pretty enjoyable to use as well. Other than that, obviously besides rushing to 2.5-2 to get yourself a guild, there's a few things. Obviously, as you see right here, there is a side story that you can play for some extra crystals. But the main thing that you want to see is that you also have these 4 gates. This is the main part of the game where you might get stuck on if you don't do it right. Pretty much early game, you really just need to worry about your mana, which is your EXP, and your gold to an extent, and Ascension material. So you want to try and go for Ascension 3 and level 20-ish. So once you hit that point, you're pretty much good for a majority of the game, even though a lot of the other stages are pretty hard. So try and get the highest amount of stages as you can, since, you know, if you lose, you don't really lose anything. It's just 99% of the cost given back. Skill materials pretty much the second priority after Ascension materials and mana, simply because obviously you want to level up your skills. So try and get as high as you can with that, and then your doll equipment can be later on for your whatever the hell it's called, your gold equipment. But yeah, the biggest thing is definitely trying to get the highest level onto your mana. So let's just try this one real quick. Another thing we notice is also the fact that after you do clear this on auto, it seems like you pretty much get a buff where you almost can't die, but also you gain a shit ton of health at a certain point in the boss's HP, and also you pretty much just instant kill the boss. So it's pretty interesting how these battles do work. I think I did this with underpowered Ella, so. Other than that, obviously, once you do reach this level, you can auto it as well. But yeah, definitely try and get the highest that you can, and then auto that for your mana or ascension mats or whatever. So, besides that, we also have your formation. Now, I wouldn't always try and go for a monocolor for this elemental buff, and then obviously the second one you can get that. That could be for like rather other challenges or whatever. I think the most important thing is trying to get a team that can basically mesh together well, synergize well with each other, and can perform enough so that you can actually clear some stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I experienced after playing this game for a few hours, and yeah. Aside from that, also, I would recommend to try and rush it 3-1, because that unlocks Arena, and Arena gives you a lot of rewards. So I highly recommend you guys going to that. And if you haven't already, you can also use my code if you want to get some extra rewards. You can get 200 free soul stones, and that's pretty much it for this video. And I will see you guys in the next one.